Hey guys, my name is Josh Rodriguez, and this is my persuasive speech on should cars use gas or electricity. Let me ask you that same question. Do you think pedestrians should buy cars that run on gas or electricity? Well, let me tell you information about either or. So the current reliance on fossil fuels is well over about 90%, and it's mainly on oil products. However, the intentions on eco-friendly transportation are mostly on electricity cars or hybrid cars, but they focus on the reliance and to have cleaner options so everything is clean and there's no bad particles. So the fossil fuels releases carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases into the air for the climate to change. But let me tell you about the cost. So financial advantages for electric cars make them more look attractive. But the reason why is because people have a budget wise. So it depends on other people's taste if they want a cheaper car that's electric or a really nice electric car. So for example, let's say I want to buy a Kia that's electric. So it will be annually, the cost of the fuel is less compared to gas cars. So annually it will be about 600 about, and gas cars or hybrids are mainly about 1,000 or 200 annually. So the maintenance cost for that, it's lower and you'll save more money. So you don't have to buy changes for transmission or oil changes for electric cars because it's only runs on batteries. So the resale value, it increases because the manufacturers, they want to make them a smart investment so that other people can buy them. So that's mainly what they want to do to make more money. So the financial advantages for gas cars, it depends on other people's priorities and their driving habits, also as well as the budget wise. So for gas cars, the fuels, they run faster and it's quicker and it's easier to do, because for electric cars, once you charge them, it takes a long time compared to gas cars. It goes in minutes. So even when we fill up a tank for a car, it takes about 5 minutes, I guess. So for cars, the gas cars, they can travel farther distance because you could find any type of gas station out there compared to electric cars that you can't really find anything for a charging station. So for fixing the maintenance on gas cars are way cheaper, because everything that costs for gas cars, it's not compared to electric cars, because electric cars, you focus is on fixing the batteries, and that cost is about more of the cost on compared to changing all the maintenance on a gas car. So I prefer just getting that as well for a gas car. So let me discuss on the safety considerations. So for electric cars, it's more common nowadays, and the safety considerations are crucial. So the weight of EV cars, meaning electric cars, they are more heavier because of the battery. So it's what kind of like an engine for cars, but for electric cars, it's more of a battery. So for example, if there was an accident, there will be more severe damage to a lighter car. So if an electric car crashes into a gas car, it will mess up the gas car really bad, and the risk of damage increases depending on how many pounds there is in an electric car. But you still got to check on the software advantages, the electrical pieces. You still got to check the battery, all the type of stuff that you need to do to check so that you're safe. But when you fix up an electric car on your own, you gotta be prepared. You gotta have the right tools. You gotta be able to handle that. and you gotta understand the safety precautions, because it's harder to do that on your own compared to a gas car, because a gas car, it's in a way safer, but with this electric cars, you need to have like the right person to help you out as well, and you need to have, like, if something would happen, you need to have an emergency quick. So if anything happens, you have your partner right there helping you out. So the considerations for gas cars depends on the fuel. So for example, you buy a Hummer that's electric, and that's like about 9,000 pounds, and then you buy a gas truck that's about 6,000 pounds or less. And depending on the damage of, like, if there is a car accident, it depends on every 1,000 pounds of whatever vehicle weighs. So since gas cars are lighter than electric cars, it's way less to cause an accident, because the damage won't be as bad to electric cars. So that's what I think it's more crazier for electric cars. But for maintenance on gas cars, it's way safer, because you got the right tools, and you don't got to worry about being electrocuted from the battery as well. So the environmental impact on the cars, both cars, so the electric cars contribute to a greener future because they have lower emissions, and they also have cleaner energy. So the EVs work quietly. So compared to an engine's way louder. So when you turn on the ignition, you could hear it from outside, but when you turn on the electric car, you really can't. So it's like a beep, like to the point where you could hear birds chirp. So the cleaner electricity increases, and the investment for that, it origins to like solar panels, wind power, and etc. But for gas cars, they contribute to greenhouse gases, and there's 5 carbon dioxides that provides climate change. However, the gas cars, they have harmful substances. So like, for example, nitrogen oxide, different type of particle pollutions, and all that goes into the air pollution, which is like pretty bad. But everything has its pros and its cons. So in my position that I state, I would pick more on gas cars. Why? Because, for example, let me give you an example of what I think is a reliable thing. So you're going on a trip. You're going to, let's say, Vegas. You're driving, and it's easier to find a gas station because they're everywhere. Gas stations are everywhere compared to an electric car that's only runs on the electric stations. But it's hard to find because only electrical stations are more like in the cities. So if you live like in Vegas, you're good. But if you travel farther than that, there's most likely you'll be stuck, and you would have to call somebody to help you out. And that's why I think gas cars are better, because they're more reliable, they're fixable. You don't got to worry about fixing the battery and etc. So, and also for the gas cars, the refuel in the tanks are more easier, and they're more affordable compared to electric cars, and the ranges can go as far as it goes. So I want to say, according to the US News, Cars US News, you could find anything about cars. So it can help you educate on what they are, how to use it, how to have a eco-friendly environment and keep the energy clean. And you can find so many information on like electric cars and gas cars on whatever type of situation you're looking for. But that concludes my presentation. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks guys.